My name's Brenda Milligan, and I'm running for an alderman position for the city of Danbury. I have 6 kids, which are Ralph, Kelly, Robert, JC. I have 2 that are deceased. One is Tom, and the other one is Peggy. I've been in this town for over 35 years, and have made it my home. Love this little town. I think that we need to grow more as a community and get back to healing as far as the city goes, and start from there. I'm going to start reading some questions and answer them. And it says, what steps would you take to gain citizens' confidence that you could work within the current city council's team to achieve effective resolution rather than constant conflict? It feels like there's a lot of blaming going on. I agree with this question. There has been a lot of finger pointing and blaming. This one didn't do that, that one didn't do that, but you know, that's all. As far as I'm concerned, that's just all town gossip. I think it's everybody in this town's job to try to get along. I think it's everyone on council to come together as a team and work hard to make sure that everything has been brought back into perspective, and see that the citizens are all taken care of. Make sure that everything is above board. Be honest and be truthful. The council needs to work together as a whole and as a group. I believe that 100%, and I think that the council can work together. They have, and council does a good job with what they have to work with. Question number 2. Many disagreements arise with particular issues with how the issues should be handled. This is true, because if everybody thought the same, nothing would get done. Everybody has their own opinion, so everyone needs to put their opinion in or their thoughts in, and it's a tool. It's a tool you work with. So it's easier to understand for some people that does not understand how city government works. There's a lot of work that people do not see that's behind the scenes, and people just automatically assume. It's easier to assume than to find out the facts. Once you find out the facts and you know, then you can work as a whole to get it under control. Another question is, how have you shown, or what steps would you take to effectively work within a team to resolve conflicts rather than add to it? First off, you have to listen. You have to listen to not only what your co-council is saying, your mayor is saying, most importantly, your citizens are saying. The main key is to listen. And once you've listened and you've heard all of it, then you start taking steps to resolve the conflict. You don't just keep stirring it up and making another problem. That gets you nowhere. And the next question: what experience, knowledge, or abilities do you feel you gained the most during your time on council in the past that will support change in the current issues that the citizens are concerned with? Excuse me. I learned a lot when I was on council. I learned how city business works. A lot of things that I didn't understand, I do understand now. I also feel like that we have to start running the city as a business. We're not going to just sit and say, okay, so we have $5, let's spend $500. It doesn't work that way. And I have learned that you have to take everyone's thoughts and stuff into consideration when you're doing this. And as long as you work as a team, you have good things that come up and happen for the city. Things to change the current conditions or concerns of the citizens, I think that we should be more transparent. I think that the city, other than executive sessions and stuff, should be an open book. You're the taxpayer, you're the person that pays those taxes, you're the person that pays to run the city. That's your money, the same as my money, and we need to be more transparent and let the citizens know what's going on in our city. The last question is, how would you address the heavy truck traffic coming down 6th Street? Well, that's just it. 6th Street is a truck route. You can't change it. It's going to have to stay a truck route because you have many businesses and stuff around here that have to use that route, because one thing, they can't turn on a small street, so they will be turning down 6th Street. It's the main drag through town, and that's what it was chose for, and to keep the heavy trucks out of the main flow of traffic in town. All right, also I've been asked about what do I think about the city's checkbook. I think that it should be, you can, like when you're paying the bills, it could be on the city's website. This bill's paid this month, this bill's paid this month. It's open checkbook where the citizens can see where their tax dollars are going and see what we're paying out a month, so the citizens can get a more open idea of how city businesses run. I feel like that the checkbook, even the minutes, it would solve a lot of the open records requests. The meeting minutes that are done, I feel like they should be posted on the website. Other cities do it. I'm not saying that we're other cities, but I think that would stop a lot of the charges and stuff that we have with the city attorney and things. I feel like that if we did do this, it would stop a lot of the conflict between the citizens and the city hall. I just feel like that it would be a lot easier and a lot simpler, if the minutes, the ordinances, and everything was online, where you can click to that website and you can see what you need to see for your city. Okay. Another thing that I was asked about was budget. Do I think that we need to have a budget committee to help the council figure out how to do the budget and how to work on the budget and maybe tighten up places or add a little here or take a little bit away there? In the past, when I was on council before, we would print the budget out, and when we had budget hearings, citizens would come in for the budget hearings and they would sit down, they would have the exact same paperwork as we would have, and it would have all your money, what you have to spend, what it was, what you need, and y'all worked, the citizens and the council worked as a whole together to make a budget for the city. I think it's a great idea. Committees, you can appoint people for committees, but do they really want to do it? I mean, the citizens are more than welcome. They're invited to come to the budget hearings. And I think that if more citizens would get involved and come to the budget hearings and let their voices be heard, you know, just, hey, you're spending too much money here, you're spending too much money there. Then the council could explain why that money is needed for this or needed for that. And it would, I think the budgets would work a lot better doing this. You know, the citizens need to be more active with City Hall. In closing, I would like to thank everyone for inviting me here to have this little discussion. I would appreciate your vote as alderman for the City Council of Danbury, and thank y'all all for listening to me, and everybody needs to get out and vote. Let's make a difference in our little city. Again, my name is Brenda Milligan, and I'm running for alderman for Danbury City Council. Thank you.